Alright. I should have my microphone adjusted properly this time. I have it cranked up all the way at OBS, and I have a gain filter on it, so I should actually be audible for this stream, unlike that last one. I'm also being very conservative with the volume on my music, just so that it gives my voice the best chance possible of being heard. Thank you to everybody who watched that last stream. I am terribly sorry at how terrible it was. Let's just make sure that doesn't happen again, yeah? So, to cover some of the things I said in the last stream real quick, since you probably couldn't hear most of what I was saying, I mean, this is a stunning inner frame, I must say. I don't remember the last time I've had this much fun with inner frame on a kit. Because, like, I have the RX-78 Master Grade 2.0, and I feel like this was more enjoyable than that, even though it is a little simpler, only having the one piston here because it's going to be visible once the armor is on. But just pointing out something for a friend of mine here who recently built their second Master Grade, was the Master Grade Finis Renacita, and they were talking about how difficult the legs were to build. I just want you to appreciate the beauty of a good leg bend there, and how this slides along in tandem with it, so that once all the armor is on, it almost has a fluidity to it. But this leg also does the thing where it bends forward, just as a lore thing. Doesn't actually do that in the show that this is from, I don't believe. But yeah, this is what I had spent my last stream building, and I've just kind of had it sitting on my desk since then, honestly, because there's not a whole lot you could do with a bare inner frame, and I didn't build any of the weapons for it, so I didn't have a whole lot of, like, cool photo ideas to take with it, so I'm still gonna wait until 3 p.m. exactly to really get started here, but I think in the meantime I want to show this off. So I was traveling for work actually this past week. It's why I had to delay this live stream to today, but while I was out I managed to find a place that sold Gundam kits, and I got my own Finis Renacita, not the Master Grade obviously. So before getting started on the build, I think I'm just going to crack this open. And I want to say, I stuffed this into my suitcase along with the rest of my clothes that I had with me for the trip. And that there, I think, is the only bit of damage it really took, and a little bit over here as well. But yeah, the only other Build Fighters kit I've built is the, whatever the red, Astray Red Frame one is called, with the katanas and the weird dragon head shield. So, but I think I'm going to end up liking this one a lot just by what I do know about it. Oh, since it's an unboxing, I might as well do it like I usually do it. Okay, here's hoping that in transit from where I was at to back home, nothing in here is broken, but the condition of the box I think is a good sign. Okay, should tidy up here a little bit. Oh, it's going to be a little smaller than I was expecting to, but I guess it is based off of the Wing Gundam, so that makes sense. Can't really fit this all in frame, but you get the idea. Excuse me. Yep, and then just your standard fold-out high-grade manual with a couple of color pages here. Nothing in English, but don't really need my manuals in English, because you can follow them without that. Got one of those bags that doesn't have a pull tab here, so let's see if I can crack this open without a tool. Close enough. So, a couple of gray parts here, looks like for the backpack adapters, for part of the gun. the lovely clear pieces here for the beam cloak, which I guarantee is looking way better in person than it is on stream. Speaking of, I should probably... I can't see my chat window right now. That's better. So yeah, put that in there. Oh, and beam saber effect part also is on this runner, so it's not as soft as beam saber runners usually are. I have another one without a little pull tab here, but... Uh-oh, come on now. Okay, usually this works. Oh, man. It was weirdly difficult to open. And then, let's see. Some red parts. Face, head, feet, the wings. Nice shade of red there. Nice shade of yellow here, which I'm noticing these runners are N and M. That's kind of funny. Got that lovely chest piece there. Some stuff for the wings, the claws. I'm gonna set that over here. Oh, finally, a pull tab. Oh, come on now. Get up. Nothing really hooked on there. The other runner of effect parts, which it looks like this one actually has additional ones over here. So I guess this is our beam saber one. I'm not sure what the littler one is for as of yet. And then the dagger for the rifle, the other half of the beam cloak, polycaps as you would expect, and buster rifle being as long as ever. Joints for the knees, the elbows. I see some hands in there. Looks like this kit only comes with the 2 closed fists though, which is kind of disappointing, but not surprising. Last bag here. Let's see if this one gets stuck. Oh, you want to cooperate? Interesting. Almost like a creamy white color for the white parts here. So, I mean, I guess it kind of makes sense. It complements this lovely shade of green here very well, I must say. Nice how the inner parts of the vents for the chest there are separate, so those won't be hard to paint. Oh, I was looking... It's on this runner here. The dishes that go on the shoulder pads are bolted as part of this runner here, and that's all one part, really tiny. This is a kit that I want to try not using any of the included stickers for, although with that white part there I might concede there, because at some point here next month I'm getting paints that I want to use to start really getting into doing that. But I also got these while on my trip, since they had them at the same store, and I feel like these could be a fun thing to try doing a bit of shading with, and I want to try doing it with the Finis here. I'm probably going to build this straight build off camera, probably at some point after I'm done with this stream, to start chipping away at my backlog again, because it is getting a little out of hand. I need to be a little more committed to building my kits, but I guess that's what these streams are going to be for going forward. Oh, and I forgot clear runner with a single part on it for the chest dome. I obviously forgot to put that in the box, but that's alright. That's staying on the runner until I commit to painting anyway. Okay, just a couple more minutes left and we'll get back to our soon-to-be golden boy here. Let me just collect some of my stuff here. I'm going to start with the weapons and save the gold for last, just for dramatic effect. So I'll probably need that runner. But to save me the struggle of trying to reach to grab these, I'm going to keep them off camera here within reach. Yeah, weapons first and then the gold, and I'm going to get started here in less than a minute here. Just kind of hyping myself up, honestly. I'm a little intimidated by the gold parts here, being fully transparent. I'm used to dealing with undergated kits because I do believe my Reborn 100 DJ, which I actually have right in front of me here, I do believe this had undergating to it, but this doesn't have a fancy pants coating on it, so I wasn't really too nervous about chipping paint or anything like that. So that's kind of why I'm hesitant to start the Hyaku Shiki's like full armor here. So I'm gonna get started. We won't really need that until I start cutting gold pieces. Okay, what else? Oh yeah, I remembered I cut those out thinking that they were structurally necessary, but they weren't. Not putting the decals on today. Yeah, and then we have the rest of our parts that I didn't use here. Try to get some semblance of organization here, because I do believe... I don't know if these parts are for the weapons just yet, because there is 2 lone pieces on each of these runners here. We line them up there. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, so each of these has these itty bitty little parts here for the hands. I don't know if you need these for the weapons, but I'm keeping them handy just in case you do. And I do believe these last 2 polycaps on here go onto gold parts in the wings. So yeah, I'll definitely be needing that. And it's getting warm in here, so I'm just going to crack this open real quick since it's finally a reasonable temperature outside. Here's hoping we don't get too many jackasses with loud engines revving up and down this street. Okay, I think weapons come last. All right. All right, let's get to it. And we do have a couple of gold, and not like chrome gold. Like there's one bit of plastic gold here and a few bits of silver here. So, okay. Oh, and the navy blue. Can't forget the navy blue on the gun. Oh, and a clear part. Which looks like... Yeah, you should be able to take that out after you put this back in, so I don't think that'll be a problem. Okay. Yeah. So I was traveling for work as kind of a last minute thing. Uh, Went to upstate New York to try and find people interested in upgrading their windows and bathtubs, because that's what I do for a living to afford this hobby. So people in upstate New York are hard to talk to, though, I'll tell you what. But hey, at least they have hobby shops up there, which is more than the town that I'm currently living does. We haven't had one here for 3-4 years now. And then, kind of funny that was a bit of a travel plan, because I already had a travel plan for this month. My wife and I are going on a nice trip here soon, which hopefully I'm not dreadfully exhausted from flying after that first experience, but at least I'm going for vacation rather than for work this time, right? Interesting, this clear piece has... Is that going to focus? Has this weird triangle shape to it that slots into this part here, like so. Well, it's funny that I should be familiar with this build, since I've technically already built it before, because this gun is copied piece for piece in the Railborn 100 DJ, since it uses the same beam rifle and clay bazooka. But it's been a year, I think, about a year since I built that. Yeah. I'm not missing anything, am I? No, that was just those 4 parts. Okay. Barrel for the gun. Oh, okay. That one wasn't connected apparently. And the single piece of gold on this kit that isn't the plated, painted, whatever the rest of it is. I guess it wouldn't really make a whole lot of sense for this thing to have the beam resistant coating on it. Okay, there's the front of the gun done. And then I think literally the rest of this gun is on runner H here. And just I'm going to quick skim ahead here. All but two parts on the bazooka are on this runner as well. So H5, 14, and 7. And then that's 5. Where's 14? Okay. The ever important hook for the backpack. I was right. Those little pieces are for the handles in these weapons, so it's a good thing I didn't just toss those runners. Okay. Really appreciate that the gunmetal parts here don't nub up super bad. Makes them look better, especially since the weapons are entirely made of this stuff. And then this is where that mechanism comes in. So the handle of the gun collapses up into it like that, and then that is it at full extension for the hand. However, once this is all enclosed, you won't be able to get like anything to grab onto that hook there. So you pull the handle forward slightly, and then that's what gives you the clearance to get that hook there. I do believe this is the only version of the Hyaku Shiki that can actually do that, because I don't think the original Master Grade had a hook in the beam rifle. It only had the hook in the bazooka, because that's literally part of the bazooka. Okay, last couple bits here. Oh, the E-cap is all one piece. That's nice, because the E-caps on the Master Grade Rick Diaz are not one piece, and that's kind of frustrating because there's just a seam line going straight down the middle of them. Hopefully with the weather getting better, I can finally call that kit and the my 2.0 RX-78 done, because one of them needs decals and top coat, the other one just needs top coat. Okay. Really clever how this thing hides its seam lines between parts, though. Alright. And then I just need to get one of these tabs off of here. Without losing it. Although I guess that's why they give you so many of them. Unless each of the beam sabers gets one, do they? Oh, they do. That's why you get 4 of them. One for each weapon. Okay. Here's hoping this isn't too hard to tab in here. Because it was a real pain in the ass to put these into the hands. Oh, yeah. Now let's might as well just see how well this whole process of getting it into the hand goes. That is a supremely sturdy connection into the hand, considering it's got a tab on both sides. And the hand is also nice and chunky too, so it has no problem finding a good grip. Okay, let's get the bazooka together. And so they give you the 2 of this entire runner here, which means you have 2 standing and sitting pilot figures. And it also means you get 2 sets of missiles for the clay bazooka, which is interesting because the 1/100 DJ does not come with this part for the bazooka. It comes with an empty clip. So it makes me wonder if they did that on purpose because they knew that this kit had 2 of them, and that people like me would just go out and buy this and the DJ and this. Like, that honestly would not surprise me. Oh yeah. Our silver part here. Okay, H1. Okay. Interesting. So the silver is actually visible in the barrel of the clay bazooka here. You can kind of see it shimmering there. And then it's going to have these little vents that go out the sides as well. Which is interesting because I'm pretty sure the DJ, the Reborn 100 DJ just has this part as the same color as the rest of it. It's all molded as... Actually, I'm going to quick grab it again here because I have it on its backpack. Yeah, so this is... Oh, uh-oh. Polycaps aren't aging too great there. If I just pop this off real quick. So this is literally the same mold that I'm building right here, but as you can see, there is no silver part in there at all. So, because I know that this kit also uses different handles for the weapons, since the Reborn 100 does not have the fully articulated hands like this Hyaku Shiki does. I gotta stand up real quick to set this down properly. But I do believe the kit just had leftovers of the handles because it uses this entire runner here, and then the additional part for the inside of the bazooka was just a leftover part pretty much. Or not a leftover part, but like part of the new parts that they needed to make for the new handles. And I do believe these here are the racks for the Balut system or Balut system. If I ever get my hands on that, I'll have to try that out. I am seeing it available for sale somewhere online at a somewhat steep price, but I think I might have to snag that at some point here. Okay. Yeah, this handle just attaches with a C-clip. If I can get it in there. And it's nice that it gives you this little lip here at the base so that you have something to hook onto to help pull it out. And then otherwise it's mostly just these two large halves going together here. Looks way better with that extra bit of silver in there though. Might have to touch up my old DJ kit. Interesting how this whole back part of the bazooka is almost entirely one giant piece. I guess that's the master grade standard, is that even the weapons look really, really good. Because I guess that's what people keep saying about that new Iron-Blooded Orphans kit, that looks interesting, but I don't think I'll ever get. I've never seen Iron-Blooded Orphans, so I have no context for that mobile suit. I do think it has a cool design, but like, it's a little chaotic for me, I think. So I think I'm gonna pass on the Vidar, or Vidar, however you pronounce it. You never know, though. I didn't like the Gundam G-Quack's design, and then it started to really grow on me. And after seeing the first episode of that show, it's growing on me even more. So, you know, opinions can change. So this whole part here covers up the Empty space. Oh, did I miss? I missed a nub on here. So you pop this in there, give it the vent. That whole thing goes on to here. Now the only thing we're missing is the ammo clip. And all of this down here, I do believe, is for the Balut system, so I'm going to be leaving this on the runner unless it is actually needed for the kit itself, because I don't have a Balut system to put onto it, so... Okay. This is going back in the box. Oh, is there a specific orientation this goes in? I see. There's a little notch at the top of the rockets here, and that's what goes up, apparently. So there you go. Clip with the rockets in it. Just pop it right on in there. And then the last thing I gotta do is put the little tab into the handle. And that means this runner is officially empty. Okay. It is a lot easier to put those tabs into the handles of the weapons than it was to put them into the hands, but there we go. Tuck it all in, and then are the... Oh, they are. Just pop that onto the shoulder with that little hook there. I do believe there's going to be extra armor around it to help secure it in place, but... Okay, aside from the beam sabers, weapons are done. Beam sabers are 2 gold parts and 1 non-gold part. So I'll just I'll save it. Let's excuse me. Well, I guess it's time to start digging into that gold. I've been putting it off for long enough. Yep, I'm just going to get started. I'm just going to go through the manual again, but putting on all the gold parts. So, bear with me here. I do want to take this moment to appreciate the inner frame a little bit longer before I cover it all up. One good shooting pose and then I'll call it good. I'm going to take this off the backpack though because I think it's actually giving it balancing issues and it doesn't want to stay in very good. Yeah, just gonna take a pic of this real quick and then I'll get started. Hell yeah. Alright, enough stalling. I'm just gonna quick disassemble this guy here. Pop the gun out of the hand. Okay. Backpack. Man, the backpack's in there really good. There we go. Took that out. Head comes off. not with the neck. I'll fix that in a second. Just completely breaking it down here. Okay. Alright, and then take the arms off. Oh. Might have another reason to stall here. I think a package that the two of us have been expecting is outside right now, and I might have to take care of that here in just a moment. But yeah, that's... Uh-oh. That polycap does not want to let go. I tried to pull the neck off, and it took the polycap with it. This sucks. How do I... Okay. Squeeze that in place. There we go. That is a tight polycap. Let's see how much disassembly it takes to put the gold on here, but I'm going to give it just a second here. Alright. I will be back in just a moment, everybody. Give me like 5 minutes tops. Alright, I'm back. Whew. It's a big, heavy box I had to bring inside, so... Oh boy, give me a second. Anyway... Let's actually get back to the good stuff here. Starting with the torso. Excuse me. Finally gonna need these two parts here. I should be able to just angle the ab articulation to put them on, I would imagine. Okay. Well, that stinks. I nicked a little bit too much off of that there, but it's on the back, so that shouldn't be too big a deal. Let's see. Oh, like that. Hatch on first. That's good. Let's see here. Alright. What do we have next here? Need runner B. Here we go. I think... Oh, might as well take this off now. The stand adapter. Worry about that another time. It looks like... Yeah, I'm taking the last couple of pieces off this runner right now, which is one part of the cockpit hatch and the neck cover. Might as well just take them all off right now. Okay, toss you aside. That did not go into the bin like it was supposed to. How are y'all doing on this lovely Saturday afternoon in the middle of April? I'm personally really happy the weather's finally getting better. That's why I'm able to have the window open right now. And even with the hatch there, it's kind of difficult, but you can still see Quattro in there. He's just a little more covered up now. Okay. Oh, okay. I was wondering what these tabs here were for when I was initially building this. The gold parts that cover up the cockpit hatch, they slide on that. And then I do believe there are other gold parts that go up here, so let me just whip out a part separator here real quick to get that off. Okay. Might need that, so I'm going to keep that handy. Okay, I'm going to break out the first gold runner here. I need runner F. Oh, first one I grabbed. Finally seeing it outside of the plastic for the first time. Just kind of feels like normal plastic, I guess, because it's not. It doesn't. They don't make it porous so that it can hold on to a chrome coating like they do with chrome plastics. So it's got a bit more of a body to it. But I need these 4 parts right here. I do wonder how this type of coating responds to certain top coats, because if I am able to track down a good water slide decal sheet for this, I'm going to go that route, because I'm afraid of scratching this gold if I try to put dry transfers on it. But I guess I'll have to wait and see. Being extra careful with these. You could start to see the color of the plastic underneath the paint there. Looks like it's a gray plastic that they just painted over. Okay, see how this goes. And then where did the... oh... Got to be a little more controlled when I cut these out for sure. Okay, so like this and this. Uh-oh, come on now. Oh, okay. So yeah, when you want to open the cockpit, you pull these aside and then that opens. To close the cockpit, push that in. Close these in around it. It's a little, it keeps getting stuck, I don't know why. And it looks like I missed some of the nub on this gold part here. That's better. Oh, I missed some of the nub on that one too. And the shiny coating must be making it harder for these harder for me to see these, because I don't know how I missed these. Okay, and then there we go. Cockpit all closed up there, and then these parts for the neck. Okay, and then the last bits of the torso are the blue ones. Okay, I've heard the nubs on the blue parts here can stand out, so I'm going to try my best to cut these as cleanly as I can. See if I can salvage it with my razor at all. This is a really nice shade of blue, though. I can see how these nubs can give people trouble, especially if you don't have a really sharp tool for cutting them. That's just the awesome might of the God Hand, I guess. If anybody, I think that's a good piece of advice I could give to anybody looking to getting into Gundam kits, is that if you think you're going to be doing it long term, get yourself a single bladed cutter like this one. Doesn't need, I don't think you necessarily need to go all out and get the God Hand, but I do believe it's one of those you get what you pay for kind of deals with a tool like this. Okay. Let's see. Is this upside down? Interesting. Forgot how the geometry of the Hyaku Shiki is. That shouldn't be too hard to take apart for painting if I need to. So yeah, the nubs on the underside of the torso are pretty bad. So the ones on the top aren't terrible though, so I feel like you're not really going to see them that much. Okay, torso done. Not honestly not much bigger than it was before, and with the little gold bits on the chest being fiddly as ever. Okay. More parts from runner F here for the head, it looks like. I'm going to need a part or two from G, though. So where did I put the head? Here we go. Okay. Looks like the lone part from G that I'm going to need is the antenna, so I'll save that for last. Excuse me. I'm still got that nagging cough that won't go away. I don't know if y'all are going to be able to see this. Ooh, shouldn't be doing that. This part right here, that little gray bit there, come on now. Yeah, there we go. That is a hole. That goes through the part. And I'm like kind of stunned by that. Okay. Do wonder if panel lining this is worth it, since I feel like a bit of black on the face especially could help bring out some of this detail. Okay. I should probably take the top part of the head off, since I'm going to be putting in one of the clear pieces here pretty soon. Okay. Looking good. This armor really bulks out the head, because the inner frame of the head on its own is pretty thin. Oh, that's scratched some of the paint off there. Thankfully, that's not going to be something that'll be super visible once this is all built there. So yeah, whew. This is a little nerve-wracking for me. At least I do believe the God Hand is helping quite a bit because I have a lot of control over how I cut with it. Some of these nubs are in less than ideal places though. Okay, bottom part of the head done here. Come on now. So yeah, the whole top part of the head comes off so you can swap out clear parts for it. So alright. Let's see. Okay. F20, F18. Okay. And then it looks like the front head camera actually has a clear piece in it, the back one does not. Or wait, no, does it? Let me finish cutting this out and then I gotta grab runner A again. Okay. Not only do both the front and back head cameras have a clear piece, you could probably just barely see that. They actually have molded detail to them. Oh, and the clear parts for the eyes do too. So like this one here, like again, you probably can't see it because of the like quality of this camera. The clear part for the eyes does have the eyes molded, and the clear part for the scanning eyes does have the little dashes molded into it. I might still just use stickers for them when I eventually get to painting this, but it's nice to know that I have the option, so excuse me. But these clear pieces, yeah, these clear pieces I should be able to take out after I put them in, so I'm just gonna put them in. They're not like those some scopes and domes you get in some kits where you put them in and then you can never take them out again. Okay. Let's see here. Okay, and then this part goes on top of it. Okay, and then this piece slides in. Yep, there's going to be holes that go all the way through this gold part that I can push the next clear part out through. Otherwise, this one in the back here just kind of tabs in there. So it's going to have a clear piece that goes around it, or a gold piece, I mean, that goes around it. Okay. Can't forget about the clear piece. So tiny too. Okay, now I'm just going to cut out one of the clear parts for the eyes here just because I want to get a move on here, but there probably should be something in there. Jesus. At least that landed somewhere where I could see it, otherwise that would have been miserable to try and find again. Okay, so looks like, yeah, you just pop that in, cover that up. Okay, now I gotta crack open another gold runner here, which, yep, it is this one, for one piece, one part. And it looks like the last two gold runners are just duplicates of this one. So that means that if this antenna breaks on you, you have one spare, which is nice. And yeah, I mean, look at how thin that antenna is. See how cleanly I can get this nub off here. That actually came off pretty good, all things considered. There we go. Looking gorgeous, as you would probably expect. Yeah, you probably are not able to see, no matter how good I can get this to focus, the clear part in the head there actually has molded details in it. Should look nice if I ever get around to painting that green. Oh shoot. No, 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 no. Did I mess up the polycap in there? Why is it not moving? Maybe the shape of the head armor is just restricting it. Alright, we have a head and chest here. I'm gonna skip ahead and do the torso next, and then I'll do the arms and legs last. Actually, I think I'm going to save the backpack for absolute last, but I'm going to do the torso before I do the arms and legs. Which is in this part here from the pile. And it looks like should be a couple of... I can visually see the parts I need off the runner here. Let's see here. Yep. Really clever use of holes in the part to make up for not being able to panel line this as well, because the vents there and these two holes down there are actually see-through. Oh, what did I tell you? Okay, 1 second here. Excuse me, I gotta send a message real quick here. back to the nerve-wracking gold parts. Thank God for undergating, though, I'll tell you what. There is a kid going apeshit outside right now. I hope y'all can't hear that. Two Sonic and the Secret Rings tracks back to back? You're spoiling me right now, Spotify. Okay, and then F11 to hopefully help keep these from falling out. There we go. Now the front skirts aren't at risk of coming off. Looking shiny and gorgeous as you would expect. Okay. Oh, that's right. It does the other parts of the side skirts in a... It does the side skirts in a later step, so I'm just going to cut these out and then skip ahead. Oh, jeez. I just bumped my desk. My bad. Who is gonna rock the place? They never answered his question. Interesting. They didn't undergate that part there. Okay, I gotta take this off. Whoops. Okay, and then skipping ahead here. Yep, I need to get both G runners here for the side skirts, which I kind of expected. Oh,